Small business owners are rapidly embracing advanced technologies in AI and crypto. Joining us to talk about that, Senior Vice President at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce's Technology Engagement Center, Jordan Crenshaw. Nice to have you back. Are you finding that small business owners are getting into AI faster than expected? And how are they using artificial intelligence?
A record number this year, we found 60% nationwide are using artificial intelligence like ChatGPT and like Google Gemini to really make their companies more efficient. I was chatting with one coffee shop owner in San Francisco, Harad Kalevjian, who actually said he's been able to cut his marketing time down using generative AI by about 70%, which just helps him focus on doing the actual business of making coffee. But one of the interesting things we found in this report, too, around crypto is that 37% of small business owners are actually using some form of crypto nationwide.
What are some other ways small companies can use AI to grow, compete, and not get left behind?
Exactly. Well, AI in particular is a force multiplier. It's helping small businesses that don't have the same resources financially or time-wise to compete with larger companies. And some of the things that we're finding to be really innovative, they're using it for streamlining their marketing, or they're actually sourcing products that are impacted by tariffs and inflation. And some of them are even using it for product design. And this is really helping them cut costs in places that they would not have had the resources to begin with. And so I think the other key piece to note here, though, is AI is working. In fact, 82% of small business owners this year reported, the ones that are using generative AI, that they actually had increased hiring this year. So what we're finding is small businesses using AI are growing and then are able to bring on new people.
Are there risks with regulations that could slow the adoption of AI by small companies?
Well, going back to the theme about the fact that small businesses are not as resourced as larger companies, the same is true when it comes to things like having to hire litigation teams to combat frivolous litigation and hiring compliance teams where they don't have the resources to do that. And effectively, when you create a complex regulatory environment, it's effectively a tax on small business owners. And what we found this year is there's a record number of small business owners who are concerned about having to comply with a 50-state patchwork of regulations that could potentially leave them deciding if they have to comply with one state or another. And so that's why it's critically important that Congress gets together and develops a federal framework that prevents states from creating this regulatory confusion for small businesses. And another note, too, even we found on the crypto side of the house, is that 7 in 10 small business owners said that if there was regulatory clarity around crypto, that they'd be more likely to use the technology as well. So the name of the game really here is certainty and predictability for small businesses so that they can compete.
What are some actionable steps that small companies can do right now to get into all of this new innovation?
Well, I would say experiment with the technology. There's some great resources on places like YouTube that have helped small business owners to self-teach themselves. But also, there's some great, more in-depth resources that are out there as well. You can visit us at the U.S. Chamber and our sister partner Co, which is our small business hub, that have some great use cases and resources for small business owners. But also, local chambers of commerce and community colleges are offering really great courses and tutorials on how to prompt AI systems effectively. So there's a great array of resources out there that I encourage you to visit.
Thank you, Jordan. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Of course, it was a pleasure today.